What's up everybody, Brody here with Sew Yeah Quilting. Welcome back to our channel. Before we jump into our project, we have a couple of special announcements we want to make. The first of which is we're giving away a Bernina 480 Special Edition. All of the information for that is down in the description below, make sure you check it out. The next thing is our long arm quilting module on our website is all up and running. What that means is you can check in a quilt online, send it to us, we'll quilt it here in-house and send it back to you. Awesome opportunity, go ahead and send those quilts in to us. Again, that link is below. And last but not least, if you're not watching our D-Stash on Saturday night and our Newstash on Tuesday night, you guys are missing out. Make sure you hop on there and check those out. We have the best quality fabrics. It's me and both of my brothers, Tiankim and Zach, selling fabrics online, giving you information about them, calling in designers, and lots more. Make sure you check those things out and join us Tuesdays and Saturdays at 6 p.m. Las Vegas time or Pacific time. Now, let's jump into the project. Today we are making pillowcases. Now, these are super easy to do. They're very versatile and they're great for everything. They're great for in the house, for teaching grandkids how to sew, for teaching kids how to sew, trick-or-treat bags, the camper, the cabin, wherever you need a pillowcase, whatever you need it for, these are great. You can do little boy ones like this little Star Wars one here. Again, Halloween, anything you want. I'm gonna show you how to do these. You can make them on a serger, you can make them on a sewing machine. Again, super easy. We'll show you how to make them now. Let's jump right into the cutting instructions. So, as you can see here, I have everything pre-cut. And all you need is 3 different pieces of fabric. So we have our main body of the pillow, which is 27 inches by width of fabric. We have our cuff, which is 9 inches by width of fabric. And we have our trim, which is 2 inches folded in half by width of fabric. Now, some people call this the turn method or the burrito method. We're gonna call it the burrito pillow here. Let us show you how to do that, okay? So, again, super easy. You can do it on a serger or a sewing machine. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start out with your cuff piece of fabric. You're gonna open it up and lay it down right side up. Now what you're going to do is take your 2-inch piece of trim, and I've already folded this in half and pressed it, okay? So what you're going to do here is you're going to lay this down on top. So this is going to be right sides together and right side up. This is folded in half. And you're going to match this up, raw edges match. So we're going to take both these here. Make sure you guys can see this up top. And you're going to match this right up against the top here. This is something I'm going to use Wonder Clips for, just so it holds everything in place. Just like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your body of the pillow and open this up, and you're going to lay it down right side down with the raw edges matched, just like this. Okay? So I'm going to grab some Wonder Clips, I'm going to clip this all together, I'm going to sew our first seam. Now that I've got this all pinned, what I'm going to do is take it over to the sewing machine. You're going to sew through all 4 layers. So you have your top layer, you have this one double layered, because it's folded in half, and your bottom layer here. I'm going to set this down, 1/4 inch seam along this edge. Alright guys, just finished my seam here. Now what I'm going to do, oh, missed a Wonder Clip. What I'm going to do is lay this down just like this, oops, just like this, okay? And you're going to grab the excess fabric here and you're going to roll it up over the top of itself, okay? Just like this is why people call it the burrito method, because it rolls up, looks like a burrito here, okay? So, you're going to get it to about right here, where you can see that your bottom fabric's coming out. Actually, probably gonna go a little bit more. And you're going to take this bottom fabric and roll it up and over and match up the raw edge with this sewn edge right here. You're gonna put a Wonder Clip on there, and then you're going to sew this seam right along the edge. So I'm gonna put some Wonder Clips on and take it over to the machine and sew. Got my burrito all rolled up here. Now we're gonna sew this edge right down the side. And again, you're just sewing the backing, or the back piece over here on raw edges. You're not gonna sew everything that you rolled up, okay? It's not gonna work if you do that, so don't do that. Now that we've sewed this up into our little burrito, what we're gonna do is turn it inside out. So, all you're gonna do is open up, I'm gonna do it right here so you guys can see. You're gonna open this up, and you're gonna start working this inside out. Or right side out, I guess better said. So start working this out here. Gonna take a second, go gentle. Just like this. Here we go. Now, if you sewed it right, it should come out with your flange all sewed on one side, or excuse me, your trim all on one side, and your cuff on top, just like this. Now, we're gonna go to the next step. So at this point, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your open pillowcase here, and you're going to fold it in half. You're gonna hold the cuff against the cuff, like this, okay? And you're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam down your open side. So down this side and down this side. So I'm gonna lay this down, put some wonder clips on, and then sew. All right, so a quick pro tip right here. When you're starting your seams, I like to start at the top of the cuff, do a little back stitch just so it holds up, and then work my way down. Because every once in a while when you're folding them together, when you're folding your two sides together, they don't quite match up. So if you do your top first, everything else seems to work out. So I'm gonna put my cuff up on top, bring it right here, 1/4 inch seam with a few back stitches here. All right, back stitches are done. Now we're off to the races. All right, now that I finished sewing around this, take my last wonder clip off, I'm going to flip it inside out. And basically, you're basically creating a French seam here so that your edges don't fray on the inside of your pillowcase when you are washing it or using it, or the kids are trick-or-treating in it, etc. So I'm going to pull this out here and sew a 1/4 inch seam now right around here off the edge. So a 1/4 inch from here, I'm gonna iron this. So a 1/4 inch seam, it'll give us kind of the French seam look, and it won't fray, and it'll finish up our pillowcase. Just finished our French seam here. I'm gonna pull this off, turn it back inside out, right side out, and our pillowcase is gonna be finished. Give it a little press, turn out your edges. That's my hand press. And you are all set, okay? Again, great project for people that don't know how to sew or teaching kids. Great for the holidays, for trick-or-treating, the cabin, and everything else. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, everything we talked about in the beginning of the video, all those links are in the description below, including a pattern for this. Thank you so much for joining us. Check out SewYaQuilting.com. My name is Brody, teaching you how to sew like a pro. We'll see you next week here at Sew Yeah Quilting.